Okay, yesterday was totally insane. There's been a lot of stress recently, as there always is in the MetaZoo community. Whenever we're approaching a course set or approaching a product drop, YouTube videos start to spiral down and down, and Discord comments become more and more anxious. And yesterday we got so many information bombs that are critically important for MetaZoo. Did we find out that the Kuromi's Cryptid Carnival set is at distributors right now and will be ready to ship in time for the estimated release date? Now, this is what we thought anyway. There's been some debate on when Kuromi's Cryptid Carnival is coming out. We guessed it would be around November 15th on this channel because that was the average release date that people had posted. And it turns out it is. We got distributor confirmation yesterday that it's going to be shipping out to retailers in time for the November 15th release date. But is that what we're talking about? No, we're not talking about Kuromi's Cryptid Carnival. We're talking about Secure, Contain, Protect. This is the SCP Foundation set that's been teased so long ago by MetaZoo. This is an awesome, cool, deep cryptid folklore community. We're going to talk about what is the SCP Foundation, what are some of the spoilers we've seen so far for MetaZoo, and what can you expect. They gave us details about the set construction, kind of how it's going to roll out. This is everything you need to know. Let's go. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Argos Anonymous. I am Argos. So SCP, this is cool for a couple of reasons. The first is, even though many people who are deeper into the MetaZoo community in the Discord, watching for spoilers, or even just watching their Facebook, Instagram, or really actually anything now they put information all over the place. It's on Twitter, it's on Instagram, it's on Facebook. Anyone who's following along kind of more intimately will know that MetaZoo is not just Hello Kitty, but every now and then you get this comment on YouTube or something from someone who must be, not as on the MetaZoo train, who's just looking in peripherally. And the comment you see sometimes recently has been, when is the main MetaZoo storyline stuff coming? Which is fair, right? It's been a long time since we had a main MetaZoo core theme forward driving element in the MetaZoo universe, right? Native was last spring basically, and then we've had a couple of little things. We've had a lot of events. There's been plushies and promos and one little mini drop, but it's been a long time since we had a primary MetaZoo core set. I think ideally MetaZoo would have put out maybe a primary core set like SCP that kind of fits the MetaZoo theme, and then a sort of an off theme collab like Hello Kitty, kind of along the side, a special like MTG does, right? They always have a core set, but they might do a My Little Pony drop on the side or whatever else they're going to do. But let's be real, MetaZoo's a new, smaller, TCG. They're still kind of building their infrastructure. They can't launch 2 core sets at once. They had to pick. Well, fine. So SCP is what you can look forward to coming sometime after Hello Kitty. We don't know exactly when. Most likely what's going to happen is War is the next core set for MetaZoo because they're already doing playtesting for War. But SCP would be a perfect October set, so I am cautiously optimistic that we could see SCP landing I don't know, man, maybe October 2024. Let's take a look at SCP. So SCP for MetaZoo, what they gave us was this spoiler. I'm over on the MetaZooArchives.com where you can get some cool articles. They're usually pretty up to date with stuff going on in the wonderful world of MetaZoo. So here we are. SCP is a fandom site for cryptids, right? Secure, Contain, Protect, and this is the logo. These 3 arrows pointing into the middle of these little circles here. There are hundreds and hundreds of fan-made cryptids on SCP, and some of them are essentially public domain. If you go here, because you'll find stuff like Bigfoot is on there. Let's hop over to SCP. So there are different series of SCPs, and some of them are things you already know, that we've already seen, that are in a bunch of other books and legends. Like, for example, obviously Bigfoot, everybody talks about that. But then you have literal hundreds of things that are unique to the SCP community, and this community is actually a pretty big community. And these are people that have gone in and written stories and come up with lore. I don't know, let's click on a random one. SCP-4077 City of Gold. They have look at this, you have a map with locations, details, you have redacted information, stuff they put out, stuff they've assumed, censored things, footnotes and additional documents. here's a partial field report. Look at this. Like this is the kind of stuff. So people have spent time building the SCP Foundation community. And if you go to the site, they have their own like wiki. If you just type in SCP Foundation, you'll find it. They have like a bunch of socials you can go to, everything from like TikTok to Reddit, whatever you want. And then you can do a guide for newcomers, etc. Basically, that's what's going on. So what MetaZoo is doing is they're releasing a set that is thematically going to contain these SCP critters to some extent, right? And so let's zoom in a little bit on this image. So you've got a ton of different stuff. People were excited for it for a Halloween set because some of these critters are like, you know, kind of like spooky, some spookers. And MetaZoo could do a really good job, sort of the way that MetaZoo presents spooky stuff people tend to really like. So this will be a perfect thing for MetaZoo to dive into both some funny little cute things like this blob and some more like, you know, like deep cryptid lore, creepy stuff like these guys in the background here. What MetaZoo is going to do is they're releasing, their goal is a full core set with SCP, right? But in the meantime, what they're going to release, and I don't know when this is going to be, this could be for Christmas for all I know, right? So at some point, they're going to release a 40 card set of SCP. Well, 40 plus 1, which optimistically could be like a secret rare. And then maybe they'll do that a couple of times leading up to a core set. It's going to go one of two ways. Either the SCP set is going to come out in like multiple mini drops, like 40 cards, 40 cards, 40 cards, or something like that. Or they're going to have a couple of SCP mini drops leading up to an SCP full core set. And the reason for that would be there are so many things in SCP. I mean, look at this. There's no shortage. Like a core set might have like 70 beasties, 30 spells and artifacts, and then you have like Terra and Aura, something like that, you know? Look at this. I mean, there are hundreds of SCP. Like this, there's so many core sets worth of stuff. They could go through here and just pick the top 20%, and they would have 2 full core sets of SCP, and they can't hang out in the Cryptid Nation doing SCP for the next 5 years, right? So their plan is to get to Yokai Island. That's where the protagonists of MetaZoo are going. And so MetaZoo has to wrap up SCP, they have to wrap up War, and then they have to hop on the boat of the 7 seas and travel over to Yokai Island, right? And so I think, I could be wrong, I think that the 40 cards plus 1, you know, maybe it's like a preamble into a full SCP set. I know for a fact that a lot of MetaZoo fans would very much love to be able to rip into a full SCP set. But it's going to depend on MetaZoo's schedule as to what they can fit in. Anyway, that's SCP, and we got confirmation yesterday. Yes, it is still happening. Yes, it is being worked on. Look, here's some artwork. They've got the beasties. They've got the mock-ups. They've got the abilities. SCP is on the books, ladies and gentlemen. So that's exciting. Now, the reason I put the Hello Kitty stuff in the comments is someone's going to come in and say, MetaZoo, why are you working on future products before you've shipped the products that you've already sold? And that's fair. That's totally fine. But I just want to point out that we did get some updates on most products. The main thing is the streamer kits, right? That's what everyone's like, that's what scratching at everybody's brain about. But we got the update on Kuromi's Cryptid Carnival. It's here, guys. Like, it's not delayed until the middle of December. It's sitting at distributors now. Retailers are paying for it, and distributors are going to send it out. I don't know. It's starting in a couple weeks so that it can launch by what we estimated would be the release date in a recent video, which is November 15th. We did get several updates of the fan art blister packs. Now, I suspect those might actually be shipping this month, and the reason for that is because MetaZoo has been frequently updating their shipping updates in like an obscure part of their Discord, and they have updated that twice of the when they expect things to ship this month, and both of those updates did not delay the fan art blister pack. So they had like an update just like a couple days ago, and in that update they still said this month. So I'm cautiously optimistic that the new round of fan art blister packs will actually be shipping. So if the fan art blister packs ship, and if you have shipping of Kuromi's Cryptid Carnival, the only things we're waiting for, unless I'm mistaken, except for some random, you've got event promos, fine. You've got the OG artwork from the WPT Kickstarter. I think that's still in limbo for some reason, somehow, right? But what do we have? We have for recent products, we have the NFTina packs that if you have a MetaZoo NFT, you know about, and if you don't, you don't. That's how that works. And those are shipping in about a month, I think. And then you just have streamer kits. If the streamer kits ship next month, which is a very real possibility, then MetaZoo's almost caught up, except for some like a couple of random giveaways or event things that are still kind of like handling. And then Hello Kitty will be all over Claire's and Hot Topic and Walmart and Target and Barnes and Noble and retailers and on all these shelves everywhere. And we'll be looking forward to War and SCP, and like that'll be really nice for the MetaZoo community, for the fan base to kind of be caught up, opening new stuff, looking forward to the core sets, and then MetaZoo meanwhile is spreading its footprint through a broader demographic using Hello Kitty. You know, Hello Kitty's got it's gotten like a little bit of I don't know, a little bit of pushback from some core members of the MetaZoo community, which is fine. But you gotta think of it this way. If you want to see the company approach, think of it however you want. Consider thinking of it this way. Okay, a larger community is better for MetaZoo. It's better for you. It's better for me. If you like MetaZoo, it's better. And a broader demographic is a larger community. Simple as that. And that's all I have for now. Thank you, MetaFam, for stopping by. As always, I do appreciate this opportunity to entertain you fine peoples of MetaZoo. Until next time, have a fantastic week. This is Argos, signing out.